Most people think real estate is just about lands for sale, signs and houses for sale, and the likes of that. But the wealthiest people, the top 1% of the wealthiest in the world, know that real estate really is a money machine. But really, let's go back to basics. What is real estate and how can it make you money? In this video, we're going to tell you basically two ways through which you can make money from real estate. So first of all, what is real estate? Before I get to define what real estate is for you, shortly, I'll tell you this very short story. One time, a little boy asked me, Roy, what's real estate? And I gave him the basic definition of what real estate is without adding one clause or one word. I told him real estate is everything beneath your feet and everything on top of the land, everything under and everything on top. And he pauses for like 2 seconds and says, so if real estate is land and everything on it, does that mean that you are real estate and I'm real estate? Now, that brings me to really defining what real estate is for you right now. So simply put, real estate simply is the land beneath your feet, right, and everything on top of it that is immovable. Okay, they are referred to as immovable assets. So the land and everything on it. Perhaps if I had added immovable to my definition on that day, you would have been able to understand, oh, since we are human beings and we can move, we are not really real estate. So that basically is what real estate is: land and everything on it, the structures, roads, all of that's all part of real estate in a way. That makes sense, right? Now let's jump into how really can you make money from real estate. We're going to be talking about two ways. Like I said, number one way is what we refer to as cash flow. From the word cash and flow, it should give you an idea. So these are systems that keep money coming, or flow. You get it, flow that keeps the money coming. Think of it as a tap that lets water out. And from cash flow, we now refer to properties that bring money constantly. This is not just buying land, it's buying a house and putting it out for rent, buying a house or building a house and using it for a shortlet, Airbnb, something that keeps the flow consistently at points in time, say monthly, weekly, yearly. You get the idea. It keeps money coming. And ways you can do that, I've mentioned in an example already, is through Airbnb or what we call shortlets. You buy an apartment, you build a house in a strategic location, in a place where people would love to have short stays, and then you put it out, and money keeps coming in weekly, per night, depending on how people come in and out. And two is by long-term rent. I've said short-term, long-term rent, yearly rent, biannual rent, biannual. Yes, okay, when you pay 2 years, yes, exactly. Right, so you know that every year this property is bringing in this cash flow yearly or 2 times after 2 years. That's one of the ways, cash flow, right? And number two is by capital gain. Capital gain, from the word capital, is the money you put into an investment, and gain is what you make on your capital, right? And anytime you hear the word gain, just know that it's making some profit or earning something after a period of time. And that's why fitness masters and those who do the gym will tell you no pain, no gain. What they're trying to tell you is that you're going to go through pain for a while before you gain. So gain always has to do with time. So in capital gain, you now look at things like buying land when it's still new in the market, well, when there's no development around it in underdeveloped areas. You hear things like land banking. Land banking is a form of capital gain. You buy it when it's very affordable, while it's still very, very affordable, 500,000, 1 million, depending on where you are across the world. And if it's in Abuja, places where land is still selling for like 4.7, 5.8, you buy it and hold on to it for a period of time, say 2-3 years, and then you sell when the value has appreciated. That way you're getting capital gain. It's often referred to as the long-term gain plan, right? That is capital gain. Or you could buy houses off plans. Off plans another way. It's another way for capital gain. So off plan simply means buying into a project before it gets off. So you're buying into a house before it gets off the ground. Say at 158 million naira for a 3-bedroom apartment, for instance, here now. And when the project is completed over a time frame, say 3 years or whatever time frame it is that you are told, you paid 158 million naira at the start and for everything. And when it's complete, the value rises to say 250 million, 300 million, depending on the location and how fast appreciation happens there. You then sell that apartment. That's another form of capital gain. So basically, these are two ways, and there are other ways, but for the context and where we're operating from in the city of Abuja, these are two major ways you can make money or create wealth from real estate in the city of Abuja. So we take it again. One is cash flow and two is capital gain, cash flow, short-term rent or long-term rent, and then capital gain, buying to hold and sell when acquisition or value acquisition happens. Then you get gain on your capital. That makes sense, right? So if you want to invest or in real estate in the city of Abuja, you want to invest either for cash flow or for capital gain, all you have to do is just call the phone number on your screen and we'll gladly help you get in on cash flow properties or capital gain properties. Just call that phone number and we will gladly help you.